Hello, hi guys, welcome you all to the DevOps Delight YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see yet another task of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge. I am here on the Chrome browser. Let me type engineer.kodekloud.com/practice, hit enter. I directly got this tasks UI because I auto-saved my password and username. In your case, it may differ. It will prompt you to enter your username and password. Once you have given those details, you will also get the same screen as like me. Let me click on the start button. Today is day 20 of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge. We will see how to configure Nginx plus PHP-FPM using Unix sock. Let me click on the start button. It may take 1 or 2 minutes to load our task. Meanwhile, I'm skipping the video here for a while. Okay, we got our task. First, let me read the task, then we will look into the solution. The Nautilus application development team is planning to launch a new PHP-based application which they want to deploy on Nautilus Infra in Stratos DC. The development team had a meeting with the production support team and they have shared some requirements regarding the infrastructure. Below are the requirements they shared. Install Nginx on App Server 2, configure it to use port 8095 and its document root should be var www/html. Install PHP-FPM version 8.2 on App Server 2. It must use the Unix socket /var/run/php-fpm/default.sock. Create the parent directories if don't exist. Configure PHP-FPM and Nginx to work together. Once configured correctly, you can test the website using curl http://htap02:8095/index.php command from jump host. Alright, by default we are on the jump host. Let me copy this URL and test it out from the jump host. As I mentioned, we are getting the fail to connect st-app02 port 8095 connection refused error. Let's fix this. Let me click on this plus tab here. Let me click on this details of all users and servers button to get App Server 2 login details. This is the password. Steve is the username. st-app02 is the server name. I come here, SSH Steve @st-app02, enter, type yes, here's the password, become a sudo user, root user, paste it. Now first let me start with installing Nginx. Install Nginx-y. Nginx is installing in our server. Let's wait for a while. Okay, it is installed. Now let me go to the configuration of Nginx and change this port and the document root. So let me type vi/etc nginx/nginx.conf. This is the default path of the Nginx config file. Hit enter. So we need to search for listen. So here in the listen, by default Nginx is running on 80 port. Let's change it to 8095. And first one is the IPv4 and second one is IPv6. So let me change both values. So here in root, let me change the value var/www/html and then index. So index.php and then index.html. So these two are served as the index pages. And what else? Yeah, for now this is what the changes we need to make. Escape:x, enter. Now systemctl, restart Nginx, systemctl. Let me check the status of Nginx. Yeah, it is active and running now. Let's install the PHP-FPM of version 8.2 and it must be on Unix socket. Okay, let's do this configuration part is. So our tool is of CentOS etc os-release. So with the help of this command, we can able to get to know about our OS distribution. So here, if you observe CentOS version 8, so that is the reason I'm searching here CentOS 9. Right, yeah. Right, let me click on this link. Let me execute these commands. Copy paste it here. It is going to update all the packages. Once it is done, we need to use this command to install our PHP-FPM. Paste this command. So it is going to install PHP and PHP-FPM. To check PHP version, we can use the PHP-V. It is installed 8.0.3, but we need 8.2, right? Let me repeat. We need 8.2, but here it is following only 8 version. I click on this link. Click to this DNF install. Paste it. Enter. Dependencies resolved. Apple is already there. Now let me go ahead and install this REMI repository. So this is where we will be having all our modules of PHP. Yes. Done. Yeah. Copy this command. Paste it here. Enter. It is going to install PHP 8.2 version. Yes. Now if I do the PHP-V, I can able to see 8.2. So that's what they asked, right? Now let me click on here again. So we need to configure, right? So this is where we will be having configuration of our PHP-FPM. Let me copy this. VI. Paste it. Enter. So let me come down. Here we will be changing the group. Let me show you all those things, whatever. First, let me change this listen value. By default, it is listening on /run/php-fpm /www.sock, but they asked us to use this particular path, right? So let me copy this path. This, whatever it is there. Paste it. Remove here Apache. Nginx is our web server, so let's keep Nginx as the group. And also user also we need to change. Here see. And the user should be Nginx. Our web server is Nginx, right? So that's why I'm changing values here. And the remaining things, let me keep as it is. Escape. $X, enter. What else we need to do? And we need to configure our web server, right? So let me copy this path. You will need to configure your web server to PHP-FPM. If you are using Nginx, you can do this by editing your site's configuration file. So let me copy this. And now go to the Nginx configuration file. etc nginx/nginx.conf. Come all the way down here under the server. So let me press I. Set up here, paste it. And also here we need to change some values. Need to make sure no spaces. right? And here our Unix socket path changed here. So they have given some default one, but in our case it is not the default one, var slash run slash PHP-FPM slash default dot sock escape :x enter. Now let me restart the services, paste it. Now let me do the PHP-V, and it is 8.2 version, and then Nginx. Let me check the systemctl status PHP-FPM. PHP is up and running. Let me do the systemctl status Nginx. Nginx is up and running, and we configured PHP and FPM to work together. So now it should work. Let's see. See, we can able to see welcome to Exfusion Corp Industries. Also, we need to check whether this socket present or not. cd slash var slash PHP-FPM default.sock in our directory ls-l. Let me check the owner and group of this particular file. It is root and root, so we have to change it Nginx. Nginx is our web server, right? So we need to keep Nginx as the user and group name of this particular file, default.sock. So yeah, if in case you are getting any errors in the Nginx configuration, so you can use the sudo nginx-t to check your configuration syntax. So if everything is okay and successful, that means whatever changes you made are syntactically right. Yeah, and finally we checked, we got the output, welcome to Exfusion Corp. Let me click on this check button to validate our work. Click on confirm. Yes, we did it right. Congratulations. That's it for this video, guys. See you in another video with yet another task of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.